All right, today we will be taking you through how to use the SPIN database. This database is a little clunky, but it is one of the best databases we have access to, and you get free access to this through George Mason University. If you are on George Mason University's network or VPN, then you can log in just like this. This will be the first page that you see, and you're going to click where it says click here to edit them, because of that is where we're going to find the filters. Now, to get into the filters, you can select any of these to get started, or you can hit edit. That will bring this up where you'll see along the top everything that was just seen right there. Just so we're not distracted, we're going to open this up. Now, applicant location has to do with where you are in your current location, not where you want to go, but where you are. For the purposes of this, we're going to assume that you're studying at the Fairfax campus of George Mason University. So we'll select Virginia, and it pops up there. Now, you can put anywhere else in the world based on where you might be. Next, we're going to go to applicant type. You are, of course, an individual. You're in academia, and you're a student. Let's assume you're a doctoral student. We will select that and click that right button to pop it over here. But you can also select other things. Let's say you have some professional experience in your background or are professional currently. You could put one of these in. You could also put one of these in if you want some form of additional attribute. Now, for today's, we're looking primarily at individuals who are applying for fellowships, but if you are an organization or a part of one who is looking for funding, you could, of course, use SPIN to do so here. For now, we'll keep it at doctoral. The next thing is project type. This is the type of funding you are looking for. So I normally would say put everything from individual funding into this bucket. If you are interested in one of these, it is better that you are either an organization, a group or team for project resources, or for endowment or prize award, you might be looking at being someone who has been out of school for a while, has some professional experience under their belt that would make you eligible for these experiences. So for now, we're just going to do all the individual funding. Now, let's say you didn't want to do one of these. Like maybe you're not really looking for sabbaticals. We'll put that back. Or maybe you don't care about professorship. Okay. And you don't want to do a lectureship. You're not quite there yet. We're going to put that back as well. So in order to put things back, just click on them here and hit the back button. Next, we go to project location. Project location is where are you when you receive the funding? Where is the project going to take place, etc. So let's say you're hoping to go overseas. All right, where do you want to go? Let's say Europe, and perhaps you don't care where in Europe. So you're going to click all of Europe, but you'd also be open to somewhere in the Americas. But specifically, you'd like to keep it to South America. All right, we're going to click all of those and put those in. So you can be as specific here or as broad as possible. It is up to you. The next thing is citizenship. For fellowships, this is actually really important. Many fellowships have rules based on people's citizenship. So there are some awards and scholarships and fellowships that are only for people from Australia. There are others that are only for people from Chile, others that are only for people from the US, and others that are open to everyone. So putting your citizenship here is actually really important. For the purposes of this, I am going to go ahead and put United States citizen. And you'll see that they had some extra options there as well, including permanent resident, etc. So know that you can put additional things here depending on what your status is. Again, that is important. Sometimes there are scholarships and fellowships that are different based on your specific status. Finally, a sponsor type. Now, I don't usually put anything here, but if you care where your money is coming from, that's where you can tell the algorithm to look for that. So for example, maybe you don't want funding from the government. Okay, then you could put everything else over onto this page. So charity, college, blah, blah, blah. You'd click them and click the right button, but you wouldn't do that to government, public sector. An easy way to do all of them is click these double arrows. So let's say we want everything. Great, now we did that, but we don't want the government. So we'll put that back. Now, for the purposes of this, I don't care where the money comes from. So I'm actually going to put all of them back using this double arrow back button. Once I've done all of that, I'm going to hit save and exit. Now you see everything we put in on this page here. You can do some additional searches here. I normally don't worry about that. We just leave it as is. And now we're going to go to search. I prefer keyword search, but you can choose whatever you would like. When this page comes up, please know that your information is not lost. I know it disappeared, but it is not lost. If you click here, you will see them again. This is the keyword page. You're going to want to select keywords, and it will open up this box. If you'd like to use this as a way of doing it, that's fine. Otherwise, hit searcher. Here you're going to put anything you can think of that would relate to the type of project you're doing. Let's assume that you are doing international climate preservation. We're going to hit climate, show subset, and now we can look at each of these things. I don't really care about classification, so I'll just add those ones. Then we're going to put international because we're looking at international options. Fantastic. Okay, this is part of international affairs. It affects international agriculture and business. It can sometimes lead to crisis management, etc. So we're going to go ahead and click anything here that we think might be important to what we're looking at. Sometimes you can type in other things. So we'll show some of global had some stuff. Okay, globalization, global health, global change. I think that's pretty good. But please, again, feel free to put in anything you can think of. Let's say I think, oh, I'm doing education about climate change. Let's put in education. Great. That's probably going to affect agriculture. Perhaps that will go into, let's see, that might affect cooperative education, etc. You can find other things. So put in whatever you can think of. The more you put here, the more options that will come up. We're going to save selections and continue. And then we're going to hit locate funding. Now, we obviously did some pretty specific things, so we're not going to get quite as many here, but this gives you some opportunities you can look into based on what you've written. You can ignore these 3 columns. They are not always correct. And focus on these 2, the opportunity title and sponsor name. These usually give you a pretty good idea of what you're looking at. So, international medical outreach travel grants. We're doing climate change. That doesn't really affect us. American Heart Association. No, not really what we're looking for. Oh, but interesting, a farm business management and benchmarking competitive grants program. That sounds interesting. Green Ambassador Scholarship, also kind of in the realm of what we're looking for. So we can open these up using that green arrow and read a little bit more about what it is. If it is of interest, please click. I usually right click on that tab and open it up in a new page. This is where you're going to be able to really read about all the options, what it does, what it provides, the funding opportunities, deadlines, etc. This is how you use Spin. Once you're done, you can hit clear and exit. I hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to contact the Office of Fellowships if you have any questions, concerns, or need assistance. Thank you so much.